Good morning, sunshines. Happy Saturday. It's January 16th. I hope we're all feeling well and ready to have a nice weekend. I've been up. I woke up at my normal time, so I had a little time to just relax and hang out before our video here, our reading. Oh, I'm feeling good. So today we're going to read Genesis 32:13 through 34:31. 32:13, and then Matthew 11:7 through 30. We're going to start with Matthew 11:7. And our psalm is 14:1 through 7. And our Proverbs is 3:19 through 20. So, okay. What's going to happen today? Let's do a little prayer, I guess, before we read, okay? So, thank you, Lord, for another day, another experience on this beautiful earth. May I grow to come and understand the Bible better, and you, God, yourself. May anybody else who's seeking your knowledge find it and protect us, and may we have a great weekend. I don't know what else to say. All right. January 16th, Genesis 32:13. He, Jacob, spent the night there, and from what he had with him he selected a gift for his brother Esau. 200 female goats. Nope. I'm reading January 16th. Oh, goodness. Let's start over. Maybe I'll edit that part out in the video later. It's January 17th, so we're reading Genesis 35:1 through 36:43. Today is January 17th. We're reading Genesis 35:1 through 36:43. Then we will read Matthew 12:1 through 21. Matthew 12:1 through 21. Psalm 15:1 through 5. And Proverbs 3:21 through 26. Okay? Alright, we got it all straightened out. Genesis 35:1. Then God said to Jacob, "Go up to Bethel and settle there and build an altar there to God who appeared to you when you were fleeing from your brother Esau." So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods you have with you, and purify yourselves and change your clothes. Then come, let us go up to Bethel, where I will build an altar to God who answered me in the day of my distress, and who has been with me wherever I have gone." So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods they had and the rings in their ears, and Jacob buried them under the oak at Shechem. Then they set out, and the terror of God fell upon the towns all around them, so that no one pursued them. Jacob and all the people with him came to Luz, that is Bethel, in the land of Canaan. There he built an altar, and he called the place El Bethel, because it was there that God revealed himself to him when he was fleeing from his brother. Now Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died and was buried under the oak below Bethel, so it was named Allon Bakuth. After Jacob returned from Padan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but you will no longer be called Jacob. Your name will be Israel." So he named him Israel. And God said to him, "I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and increase in number. A nation and community of nations will come from you, and kings will come from your body. The land I gave to Abraham and Isaac, I also give to you, and I will give you this land to your descendants after you." Then God went up from him at the place where he had talked with him. See, I feel like we read this. Did I read this one already too? Maybe they just repeat things. Jacob set up a stone at the place where God had talked with him, and he poured out a drink offering on it. He also poured oil on it. Jacob called this place where God had talked with him Bethel. Then they moved from Bethel, where they were still some distance from Ephrath. Rachel began to give birth and had great difficulty. And as she was having great difficulty in childbirth, the midwife said to her, "Don't be afraid, for you have another son." And she breathed her last, for she was dying. She named her son Ben-Oni, but his father named him Benjamin. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. Over her tomb Jacob set up a pillar, and to this day that pillar marks Rachel's tomb. Israel moved on again and pitched his tent beyond Migdal Eder. While Israel was living in that region, Reuben went in and slept with his father's concubine Bilhah, and Israel heard of it. Jacob had 12 sons. The sons of Leah: Reuben, the firstborn of Jacob, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel: Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Rachel's maidservant Bilhah: Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Leah's maidservant Zilpah: Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Padam Aram. Jacob came home to his father Isaac in Mamre, near Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had stayed. Isaac lived 180 years. Then he breathed and died, and was gathered to his people, old and full of years, and his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. This is the account of Esau, that is Edom. Esau took his wives from the women of Canaan: Adah, daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Oholibamah, daughter of Anna, and granddaughter of Zibeon the Hivite, also Basemath, daughter of Ishmael, and sister of Nebaioth. Adah bore Eliphaz to Esau. Basemath bore Reuel, and Oholibamah bore Jeush, Jalam, Korah. These were the sons of Esau, who were born to him in Canaan. Esau took his wives and sons and daughters, and all the members of his household, as well as his livestock and all his other animals, and all the goods he had acquired in Canaan, and moved to the land some distance from his brother Jacob. Their possessions were great, too great for them to remain together. The land where they were staying could not support them both because of their livestock. So Esau, that is Edom, settled in the hill country of Seir. Alright, so they had so much animals that they needed more land to provide for them, so they spread out. I'm sorry about the names. I'm doing my best here. This is the account of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in the hill country of Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Esau's wife Adah, and Reuel, the son of Esau's wife Basemath. The sons of Eliphaz: Timan, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Esau's son Eliphaz also had a concubine named Timah, who bore him Amalek. These were grandsons of Esau's wife Adah. The sons of Reuel: Nahath, Zerah, Shamath, and Mizah. These were grandsons of Esau's wife Basemath. The sons of Esau's wife Oholibamah, daughter of Anna and granddaughter of Zibeon, whom she bore to Esau: Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These were the chiefs among Esau's descendants. Man, a lot of people here. The sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau, is chiefs Teman, Omar, Zepho, Kenaz, Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These were the chiefs descended from Eliphaz in Edom. They were grandsons of Adah. The sons of Esau's son Reuel, chiefs Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, Mizah. These were the chiefs descended from Reuel in Edom. They were grandsons of Esau's wife Basemath. The sons of Esau's wife Oholibamah, chiefs Jush, Jalam, Korah. These were the chiefs descended from Esau's wife Oholibamah, daughter of Anah. These were the sons of Esau, that is, Edom, and these were their chiefs. These were the sons of Seir, the Horite, who were living in the region: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These sons of Seir and Edom were Horite chiefs. The sons of Lotan, Hori and Homan. Timnah was Lotan's sister. The sons of Shobal, Alvan, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. The sons of Zibeon, Anah. This is the Anah who discovered the hot springs in the desert while he was grazing the donkeys of the Zibeon. The children of Anah, Dishon and Oholibamah, daughter of Anah. The sons of Dishon, Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Kiran. Man, that's just as bad as Savannah and Sedona. Having all the similar names, right? The sons of Ezer, Bilhan, Savan, Akan. The sons of Dishan, Uz and Aran. These were the Horite chiefs: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These were the Horite chiefs according to their divisions in the land of Seir. These were the kings who reigned in Edom before any Israelite king reigned. Okay, so before the Israelite king reigned. So, Bela, son of Beor, became king of Edom. His city was named Dinhabah. When Bela died, Jobab, son of Zerah from Bozrah, succeeded him as king. When Jobab died, Husham from the land of the Temanites succeeded him as king. When Husham died, Hadad, son of Bedad, who defeated Midian in the country of Moab, succeeded him as king. His city was named Avith. When Hadad died, Samlah from Masrekah succeeded him as king. When Samlah died, Shaul from Rehoboth on the river succeeded him as king. When Shaul died, Baal-Hanam, son of Achbor, succeeded him as king. When Baal-Hanan, son of died, Hadad succeeded him as king. His city was named Pau, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mizahab. These were the chiefs descended from Esau by name, according to their clans and regions. Almost done here. Timnah, Alvah, Jetheth, Oholibamah, Elon, Pinon, Kenaz, Teman, Mibzar, Magdiel, and Iram. These were the chiefs of Edom, according to their settlements in the land they occupied. This was Esau, the father of the Edomites. Woo! All right, we got through that one. So, we learned the lineage of Jacob and Esau's children, and there were lots of them, and grandchildren. And we learned the succession of kings that reigned before the first Israel king, right? So, okay. I hope it's not too awful listening to me read those butchered words. All right, we ready to jump into Matthew? Matthew 12:1. All right, here we go. At that time, Jesus went through the grain fields on the Sabbath. His disciples were hungry and began to pick some heads of grain and eat them. When the Pharisees saw this, they said to him, "Look, your disciples are doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath." He answered, "Haven't you read what David did when he and his companions were hungry? He entered the house of God, and he and his companions ate the consecrated bread, which was not lawful for them to do, but only for the priests. Or haven't you read in the law that on the Sabbath the priests in the temple desecrate the day and yet are innocent? I tell you," okay, this one's in bold, "I tell you that one greater than the temple is here. If you had known what these words mean, 'I desire mercy, not sacrifice,' you would not have condemned the innocent, for the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath." I'll read it again because it's bold. "I tell you that one greater than the temple is here. If you had known that these words mean, 'I desire mercy, not sacrifice,' you would not have condemned the innocent, for the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath." Going on from that place, he went into their synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Looking for a reason to accuse Jesus, they asked him, "Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath?" Ooh. He said to them, "If any of you has a sheep and it falls into a pit on the Sabbath, will you not take hold of it and lift it out? How much more valuable is a man than a sheep? Therefore it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath." Then he said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." So he stretched it out, and it was completely restored, just as sound as the other. But the Pharisees went out and plotted how they might kill Jesus. Aware of this, Jesus withdrew from that place. Many followed him, and he healed all of their sick, warning them not to tell who he was. This was to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah. "Here is my servant whom I have chosen, the one I love, in whom I delight. I will put my spirit on him, and he will proclaim justice to the nations. He will not quarrel or cry out. No one will hear his voice in the streets. A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not snuff out, till he leads justice to victory. In his name the nations will put their hope." Wow. Wow. So, even standing before on the good holy Sabbath day where you're not supposed to do any work, Jesus still heals someone because he compares it to, if you have an asset that's, in danger of not being alive anymore to be providing you money and sustenance, then you're going to work on the Sabbath to save it. And it's pretty much the same with us. If somebody needs saved and he can help them regardless of what day it is. I like that. I like that it says that, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath? And he says, if any of you has a sheep and it falls into a pit on the Sabbath, will you not take hold of it and lift it out? How much more valuable is a man than a sheep? And here we go. Therefore, it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath. So, but it is important to rest, right? I mean, we need to rest. It takes a lot out of us to just keep going and going and going. And so, it is important to rest. But hey, if there's some do-gooding to be done, then do good. All right, Psalm 15, 1 through 5. Psalm 15, 1 through 5. Lord, who may dwell in your sanctuary? Who may live in your holy hill? He whose walk is blameless, and who does what is righteous, who speaks the truth from his heart, and has no slander on his tongue, who does his neighbor no wrong, and casts no slur on his fellow men, who despises a vile man, but honors those who fear the Lord, who keeps his oath even when it hurts, who lends his money without usury, and does not accept a bribe against the innocent. He who does these things will never be shaken. Wow. So he who walk is blameless, and who does what is righteous, who speaks the truth from the heart, and has no slander on his tongue, and who does his neighbor no wrong, and casts no slur on his fellow men, who despises a vile man, but honors those who fear the Lord, who keeps his oath even when it hurts, who lends his money without usury, and does not accept a bribe against the innocent. He who does these things will never be shaken. I think that's a, we haven't got to the 10 Commandments yet, so I think this is a nice, very clear way of the type of life you're supposed to live, right? I have no idea what that was. Oh, my cat's playing around over there. So, but this is a great, little blurb to live by. Don't slander, don't cast slur on fellow men. So, no drama, don't talk bad about people. Don't talk about people at all, really. Living righteously, telling the truth, keeping your oaths even when they're painful, despising bad people and praising the good people. And, I think that's really important with social media. A lot of the vile things get viral, right? And a lot of the good positive videos, they don't go as quick, right? They don't get as many views, but we can change that, whether it's social media or anything in your life. Promote what you love instead of bashing what you hate. Okay, let's go to Proverbs 3:21 through 26. My son, preserve sound judgment and discernment. Do not let them out of your sight. They will be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck. Then you will go on your way in safety, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Have no fear of sudden disaster or of the ruin that overtakes the wicked. For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being snared. For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being snared. I can attest to that. I can attest to having that confidence, like feeling the Lord inside me, or God, or the source, feeling that confidence inside me before doing something, and feeling untouchable, right? I think that's a good explanation for that area. Is when the Lord is in you, and you have that confidence, that faith, you feel untouchable. So that's the power of the Lord. All right, wonderful, nice reading. Got through some more of our lineage and our king's order here. Learned a little bit more in Matthew. But it's not as eventful today, thank goodness. No crazy drama. But we're learning some more about, like I said, the lineage. And sorry for the beginning. I will try to edit out the beginning of reading yesterday's verses. I hope you all have a great Saturday, great weekend. Our kids have a 3-day weekend, so we have Monday off. Maybe you do too, but I think I'll still read my normal time because I'm just getting up at that time anyway. So it'll be 5 o'clock my time. In the meantime, if you have any questions or things that you want to talk about, feel free to comment or message me, and I'll look into them and get back with you tomorrow. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Stay blessed.